Hello, Akko here again. Welcome to episode 13 of my Feed the Beast 1.5.2 beta. We're on version 0.4, as I mentioned last episode. Right, last episode I set this up, and I need more space. So I'm going to. This episode is all going to be about making more space. So if you look in there, you can see since the last episode, I did that this morning. So this is like about 6 hours later. I'm getting this episode done early because I want to get this place sorted out. And I thought it best to record it. So as you can see there, just by having these cows sat in there, that's generated me nearly 11 stacks of fertiliser, just by having them stood there. That's pretty cool, pretty cool. I'm going to kill them in a minute though, and I'm going to have to do that again some other time. First thing I want to show you though is also how the tree farm's been doing. This is also getting moved. But the tree farm's been doing alright. We've got a good few stacks of wood there. It's not going at a wonderful pace, but it's going alright. I'm taking 2 stacks of wood, which is why I wanted to show you it before. I've not taken any wood out of there since it started up, so that's running about the same time as the fertiliser down there. And what I want 2 stacks of wood for is I want to make some more obsidian. 2 stacks of wood gets you 1 stack of obsidian using the minium stone. Pretty nice. And what I just want to do with this is, for one of the things we're making, I'm going to want another redstone energy cell. So I'm just going to pulverise. Not all of it. I'm going to pulverise 32 of them. I'm going to make some more hardened glass, because we need some. Right, let's stick that string in there from that spider. So the first thing we need to do is clear this space down here. Yeah, I'm just going to kill. I've cleared all the plants out. I'm just going to kill these guys for now. I can always get more cows. Sorry cows, but you are food. That's them dead. Let's clear this fence out because I can use that again. What we're going to do here, we're going to lose quite a bit of material, but it's okay. We're also going to lose the nether portal, but Jim's got one at his house just over there, so I can, especially now I've got a jetpack, I can get over there pretty quick. So it's no big deal me not having a nether portal here. So oops, should not have used. I don't really matter, I suppose. Let's get rid of this as well. And this stuff. What I'm going to do is I'm going to clear out the little 5 high section down here. Now, the last bit of floor I want to keep is, I'm keeping this level, and then under this level we're going to quarry out. So 1, 2. What I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to clear a 5 high piece of this wood because I want to save this bark and stuff. So I'm going to clear a bit of this out back when that's done, and then we'll carry on with what I'm going to make to clear the rest out, and how we're going to measure it out. Okay then, so I've cleared out a bit of area. I've cleared out a 5 high space. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 high space. And what we're going to do with that is we're going to use another machine that I've not made yet. And part of the reason to power that is why I wanted that obsidian dust. That is going to go with some lead ingots, and it's going to make us some hardened glass. I'm going to make another redstone energy cell, and to go with that I am going to make a thing called a filler. Filler's really useful. If you've seen any of my other series, I always use one of these. The first thing we need to make is something we haven't made before, and it's I'm just going to make 8 redstone torches to start with, and I'm going to make 5 of them. So let's get some sticks. So 8 redstone torches, and some of these redstone torches I'm going to turn into landmarks. So the redstone torch with a little bit of lapis across the top gives you a thing called a landmark. Landmarks are very important for what we're going to be doing. Now if you remember last episode I showed you the F9 thing and how it's not really working at the minute. You know, the things that show you the edge of the chunk line. I'll get something in a minute. So I've made the little bits with a couple of gold gears, a chest, a crafting table, a couple of black dyes, a couple of yellow dyes. Yellow dyes obviously just yellow flowers, and one of them landmarks. Put them together, gets us a filler. Wonderful. And then some of the things we've got in here, put them together. Put some electrum, some hardened glass, and a diamond. I've been back to the hollow hill, the big hollow hill, and got some diamond. Now I've got a jetpack, it makes it quite a bit easier. Let's get us an empty energy cell for him, and we've already got 40 40 redstone worth of liquid redstone there. And what do we need here? I need a couple of redstone and a couple of lead. First of all, the redstone we combine with one of them electrum to make a conductance coil, and then with that kind of pattern there, 2 lead, 3 electrum, and the energy cell frame full. Bam! We've got another redstone energy cell. Wonderful. What we can do with that is a bit awkward because the way I've set it up, but we can get our new Omni wrench, pop that guy out, pop the fresh one in, and I need to set that to disabled. I'll put it up to 100 like the other one. So control disabled, and same, exactly the same as that one. Signal disabled, 100, 100. Good stuff. This is redwood, so I'll use the same wood. Put that back. So that should start going now, because that's empty. Why you know? That should not be triggering. What is that triggering? Not triggering for? Full energy, redstone signal. Well, that's, unless it's sensing that. That's interesting. In a bad way. Okay, well that ain't working, is it? The energy cell's empty. Is it that one? That's. These do carry power in them, so yeah, that is what it's doing. It's. That's awkward, isn't it? It's detecting the power in them. So now the motor will turn on, the magmatic engine will turn on. Okay, what I need to do then is real quick, just butcher this. This is a mess, isn't it? Now, we've got nothing powered down there at the minute, because that's just where the other farm was, so what I can do nice and quick, I like to be able to grab all the stuff, I don't want to lose anything down there, is just connect this up over there instead. So that's okay now, and them conduits are touching that. These conduits hold power in them, and they can be, so it looks like they can certainly give out a signal as if they're full. So that's something to be aware of, I guess. I've had to make this a little bit tatty now, but it's, I can make it a bit tidy, can I, if I move that up there instead. And oh god, my inventory's a mess. Get rid of that. Come here. Redwood bark. It's the bark that I'm trying to keep track of. I've got loads of root. Root's fine. Bark obviously is only on the outside of the tree, so to keep things looking tidy, I'm trying to keep track of the bark that I've got, which is not massively important if I'm being honest. So I've cocked up there putting root in. I don't want root, I wanted bark. And I ain't got enough bark to fill that gap anyway, so okay, let's just leave that like that for now. Screw it, that's a mess. Right, okay, I'll come back to that. So we've got a full redstone energy cell, that was the important bit, and we've got a filler. Right, let's go. What are you doing there? What are you doing there, cheeky? So that magnetic engine should be running permanent now. That's all good. Where am I going? I want to be outside. So now, if I go outside, is it daytime? It really isn't. Let's sort this out real quick and sleep, and then I'll go back outside. Right. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to work out. I'm going to use the quarry to quarry out a couple of 9 chunks worth of material. Now, because our F9 thing there that I showed you before is not working properly, that thing. What I've done instead is, what you can do, it's a bit not ideal, but it does kind of the same thing, is I put my chunk loader to a radius of 2. If you turn the lasers on, it shows you chunk edges. And you can see it, so 2, radius of 2 will give you a 3x3 area, 3 chunks by 3 chunks. So you can see I've just created an edge here. I'm going to flatten this out with the filler at some point. What that's done though is given us an edge we can work to. The first thing we want to do is going to clear out a 5 high area, so the quarry didn't have to go real slow and quarry that with itself. So well, I'll explain what I mean. I'm probably not being very clear here. What I'm going to do is put 1, 2, 3, 4. I want 2 high there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I want 1 there. We can join them up. If I was to put a quarry here, it'd have to dig all this. It'd have to dig 5 layers of stuff out here. It'd take quite a while. I want to do that a bit quicker. So what I'm doing here, I'm using the filler to just dig out that top 5 layers first. Speed things up a bit. Because I've put these to the right size, the right depth, these holes. I didn't have to clear out as much as I have. I've just started clearing out anyway because I wanted to tidy it up and have a nice square working area. What we've got now is 3 chunk by 3 chunk by 5 high hole dug out. Not a hole. Thing marked out. Area marked out. What we can do is we can put our filler down, like so. And now that'll turn into an actual grid, an actual black and yellow area. Just going to get my other landmark back. What I need to do is I need to get some glass. I've got to bring some glass outside. Just messing about, by the way, that jungle tree. I cut the jungle tree down. I just replaced 3 of the logs back there, and I just put loads of cocoa around, and it's grown alright. I just wanted to see if that works. So you can just grow loads of cocoa around. You can grow 4 on each log that you place. So I'll just place them like that, just see if it'll work. And that works fine. Right, first of all, them red lines are getting on my nerves. So let's turn that back off, now we know it's there. And I want 8, 9 bits of glass. Now, there's quite a few patterns you can do with a filler. If you look on the wikis, it does show you the different ones. The one where you're going to utilise here is called the clay pattern. If you put them in, you'll see there you get a box with a white square in, that's a clay pattern. And all we're going to do is stick our energy cell on there. That'll start clearing and 5 layers out. And hopefully, if I've done my maths right, I shouldn't damage any of my shit. The thing with a filler is it destroys anything that it clears out. So if you've got stuff you want to keep, you need to actually get rid of that first. That water's going to be an issue. Where's the water? Did I clear all the water out? I did. There was water there and there for the farms. Okay, that's still the water. That'll be fine. So there we go. You can see it's clearing this top layer out. So I've cleared out to the right depth. What I wanted was to keep 2 layers of floor under my farmcraft room. That was the idea, and that's exactly what's happened. There's a farmcraft room. Let's go a bit. Press shift on ladders and you don't fall, by the way. So there's a farmcraft room. There's 2 layers of floor, which I wanted because I wanted to keep it so that there's 2 layers there because that's recessed. Yeah, and because of the fire under there with a bit of netherrack. You can see a bit of netherrack from shit. You can honestly see a bit of netherrack if you find the right place. There it is. That netherrack's on fire. That's what's keeping the crucible heated up. So this should clear out 3 chunks by 3 chunks and 5 high, which is good. Oops, I forgot about that bit of ladder there. So anything that this filler clears out gets destroyed. So stuff like this, we actually want to mine it while we're here because it's only going to get destroyed otherwise. So now it's got 2 height, we can actually get in here and have a look around while we're doing stuff. We can see if there's anything useful to take. And we can grab it. You can set a filler a bit slower, and you can actually use this as a cheaper mining method before you've got a quarry. Just follow it around. As it clears one layer, get all the bits from the next layer that you're going to want. Of course you are going to get mob spawn, and quite a few of them because it's going to be real dark. Get off me. Oh, that's okay, bit of a free exp in it. But once we've got all this 5 layers cleared, Let's get them before they get destroyed. And keep killing this stuff. Right, we'll cut the camera, you get the gist. And I'm going to be back once we've got these 5 layers cleared. I'm going to put a little bit of light down here just for now so we can see what's going on. I'll be back in a little bit. And here we are again, and I've cleared it all out. I need to go one further than I was, so I put the filler down again. I've gone 1 block clearer, so now what actually happens with a quarry is, what we need to set up now is set up these edges again for the quarry, and the quarry will quarry out inside the boundaries. So we actually wanted it 1 deeper than one wider each side than what I actually did. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm going 1 wider. You see, I've got plenty of levels of XP just from clearing the mobs that keep dropping down here. So it's a little good source of XP as well while you're doing it. It's certainly get you enough to get you an enchantment and so. I can hear a hello. Where you gone? Hello. Where was his XP then? Did he teleport as he died? I didn't get any XP off that, did I? Unless that's it. Weird. They are sneaky like that, them Endermen. Sometimes, at least for me, it seems I miss the XP off them. Right. So I've got the free. You only need to use 3 landmarks for a quarry. This isn't gonna be very quick, but I ain't got no real big style power yet. Normally by this stage I'd have a boiler, but because of the way the beta pack is, and I've been slow with certain things, I ain't got a boiler yet. Oh. You can see some things in my inventory what I'm going to be using here. So the first thing we need to do, of course, is put the quarry down. So, boop. So quarry's going to keep 25 chunks loaded. So that's because, yeah, so that's because the actual frame, the quarried bit is going to be 9 chunks, but then the actual frame is in the chunk outside of that. Yeah, so that's going to be 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, plus that 9, 25 chunks. Yeah, is that right? Yeah, God knows. Me and maths on camera, it's horrible. Never try it. Never try it. You'll never do well. Right. What I've done is, I'm doing this a bit cheap. That's it. Eventually, I'll be using a liquid energy tesseract for this. So there's a couple of methods I've used. Using a steam tesseract and then steam engine is pretty cool. We're doing this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to borrow the ender tank. I meant to get, but I forgot. I've got a bit of lag then. I'm going to borrow the ender tank from in here. Come here, you. Thank you. And we're going to use that to power the quarry for now. This quarry is going to go very quick. It's going to have 8 MJ a tick going into it, which isn't very quick at all. Sorry, I had to adjust my mic there. It was a little bit in the wrong place. So we can plonk that there. And then what's going to happen is the materials are going to come out the top of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have another couple of ender chests. Again, this is something I'd probably use tesseracts for later again when I've got loads of ender pearls. But currently we ain't got the ender pearls for it. I could set up some kind of control on here as well so that the engines are only turning on when there's room in the chest, for example. I possibly should do that. Might even do that yet, but I'll show you that later. But what I want to do on here is I want to put a diamond pipe on there, and I'm going to make a different type of pipe. Now, lately I've been using a thing called an incinerator from Immobis, but we ain't got Immobis yet, have we? So what I'm going to make now is some void transport pipes that pretty much do the same thing as the incinerator does, to be honest. But what we can do is things I want to destroy straight away. They're going to go off straight into there. So because I ain't got any really much resource handling as yet, this is going to have to be dealt with upstairs into just some big chests or something for now. I could set some barrels up, the fact that I ain't set anything up means this is going to fill up pretty quick with stuff that I ain't really bothered about at the minute. So, for example, this pick being auto smelt's a bit of an issue sometimes because it makes everything into smooth stone when I want cobble. Dirt, for example, I can always get more dirt later. So dirt shall be going into the green, like so, and then any dirt is just going to get voided rather than going into the chest. Same with cobble. For now, I can always make cobble later. All I need to do with these is change these so these are enabled height, and then they'll start working. As long as that is set to output, and I don't think it is. So let's set that to output. Can I actually reach that? Let's put this engine in the way. I think the engine's in the way. Yeah, you've actually got to click right in the front of that, it seems. So, click. That should. Yep. Signal required. Oh, because I've put signal high on it, so it's still not going to work. Full. Actually, what I want on there is no signal in it. No signal or signal low. Cut off signal low is fine. I actually changed it off the setting that would work. Right, so there we go. So what this is going to do is, that's putting power into the quarry. I've not got my other landmarks. Let's just go grab that. Because, as I mentioned earlier, I like to save my landmarks off. Is that which one didn't I get? Or is it already despawned? First thing this has done is cleared out the middle, so it's knocked all the lights out, which is why we're getting mob spawn again. There's the landmark. Thank you. Look at all these guys. It's like The Walking Dead. Oh shit, I've got quite low energy there. Oh shit. Get away. Thank you. So you see, this is building the frame into that space that I made. That was the whole point of making the space. If you don't make the space, then it has to clear this out itself, and it clears it out with a little laser, and it takes much longer. It takes a lot longer and a more inefficient power taking it out using the laser. Get it. Wait, don't blow up. Thank you. Whew. Let's get that guy. I'm getting out of here. Right. So what this is going to do is, who's shooting me? Hello. What I also can actually do now is, now it's cleared them sides out and put the things there, I could put some lights down the edge. Should probably do that. Let's do that. Give it a bit of lighting around here. Oops, that horn bibbing was for me, so to cut the camera in just a sec. And as you see, the quarry started, but I'm going to turn it off for a second. So let's just switch them to high, high, and I'll be back in a bit. Okay then, I'll turn them back on, and we'll get going again. So there you see, it's not going massively fast, but it's digging stuff. Like I say, for now, for cobblestone, we're going to get rid of it just for now, because we don't have to deal with it all just now. We can get rid of 9 things off that one direction. We could also add more directions with more void pipes on, if we so wished. If this does get full and they don't turn off, then the way this is set up means anything that didn't have a place to go would actually go into the void pipe. So you want to make sure that either this don't get full or it does get turned off. Otherwise, if it got full, everything would just keep going and you wouldn't know about it until it was all finished. Now, I've been looking at the way Jim does turtles, and turtles really are quicker. Look at this. I do get the odd mob inside here. Luckily, I've had a couple of zombies and 1 creeper, so it's definitely lit well enough, just with one of these illuminators in. So that'll be changing as well. Right. What I need to do now up here is sort this end of the system out, and for that I have got no space, which is why I'm doing this, of course. There we go. We can see in the chest there what things are coming, and what should we do with this then? Ideally, we want all of our ores to go straight into there, then they'd get automatically processed. Could do that. Right, I'm going to make a couple of autarkic gates. We're going to need some of them. So, ender pearl, first thing we need, into our assembly table, with of course some redstone, idiot. Grab a bit of redstone. Get an autarkic gate cooking. This will actually make us 2 pulsating chipsets. We'll get 2 of them cooking. And then we'll make a couple of autarkic gates. What I can actually do is basically I want 2 things coming out of this. I want a gate going that way, putting all the ores into there, and I want a gate coming the other way, just putting all the gems and stuff into a chest for now. And that should cover most things that go into the chest there. That should be alright. As you see at the minute, it's only getting mostly cobble. That's going to take a while, so now at least I can come back tomorrow morning, and that should have cleared a lot of that out. It's going to clear this out as well. But, come back tomorrow morning, it's going to clear a lot of this out, and we can start building a much bigger workspace. That's what this is all about. We have a much bigger workspace where we can actually work without being squashed in. So most of the stuff up here will be getting moved. I'm going to build, as I always planned to, I've learned arcane levitators. I'm going to build a base up here somewhere. Now we can get up here. Right up here somewhere, I want to build a base, and I want to build a lot of my engineering stuff. Whee! Awesome, no pain. A lot of my engineering stuff I'm going to build down in the basement. A lot of my resource processing and stuff, and I'll build a bit. I'll build like a castle thing up top. Right. So I need to get them autarkic gates made. They need 3 bits. Let's have a quick look. Autarkic gate. They need the pulsating chipset. They need the iron, the normal gates you've seen me make already, and they need a redstone iron chipset, and that's just a redstone and a piece of iron. So we get 2 pulsating chipsets from 1 ender pearl. So I'm going to make 2 gates. So once they're done, I'll be back again when they're done, and we can set the little bit of control up on here. You can hear the little tree farm kicking off outside, doing its bit again. But what this will do is going to give us a massive amount of space downstairs for setting farms up and stuff like that, and eventually other stuff. We'll get a nice amount of wood there. It's not bad, not bad. Right. So back when I've got autarkic gates, and then after that I'll be back tomorrow, and we'll see how far the quarry's got overnight. Right then, I made my bits, and that's how I make an autarkic gate. 1 redstone chipset, 1 pulsating chipset, 1 gate. I've got one already made there. As I said, the 1 ender pearl will give you 2 pulsating chipsets. And I also made a spare gate there. So the first thing I'm going to do is, I'm going to jump down here again, into the danger zone. I want that enderman. One thing I'm going to be doing very soon, next episode or 2, is making some ender eyes, finding a stronghold, and making my way into the end, because I don't like using medium stones for ender pearls. Don't mean that everyone doesn't, but so I want to be the one who finds I want to use the legitimate ender pearls to find the end, just so I don't feel like I've cheated if someone else uses. I say I'm not actually sure if I'm not even sure if Jim or Tom are using medium stones to make ender pearls, but that's their choice, isn't it? I can only choose what I do, and because of that, I choose to use my ender pearls to get us into the end. I think. Unless they do it for me, but I can't. Unless they really want to get into the end, I can't see them doing it before I do. Because I tend to do that quite early on compared to some. Right. Well, I've got here a little control system. If we look in there, we've got our first bit of ore in there. We've got some copper. That's pretty cool. Monazite we could put through the pulverizers back into forcesium, but that creates more problems because we don't want to smelt it, so we need a separate way out the pulverizer. So for now I'm just going to leave that as it is. I'm just going to do a similar thing on here that I've done before with other stuff. Basically put the gate on there to say inventory full, redstone signal, and then use that to, this is going to connect to everything by the look of it. So that is set to low, yep, and that's set to low, yep. So what should happen is, no, that's something I need to know. Does a redstone signal affect that? Shouldn't matter. Right. What that should do is put a high signal into both engines if this gets full. So let's just check that by changing that condition to space, which should give the redstone signal, which turns the engines off. Wonderful, that works perfect. So, although I ain't quite sussed out how these work properly yet, I think there is a setting where you can have it just so it specifically connects to one thing. But as you saw me, I tried doing it the other day, I couldn't get it to work. Let me try it again. All I can do is change colour. I can't get that setting to work that I've seen working, so I know it's there. You can set it so that, only if I'm clicking the wrong thing. No, it doesn't seem to. I know you definitely can set it so that it doesn't connect to stuff. So I'm not sure if that means none of it will connect to stuff or all of it will. But for now, that works. That's great. We can set that back to inventory full. So now at least if something does go wrong and this gets full, at least it'll turn this off and it'll stop it working. I'd rather stop it working than just leave it running. I like to have a bit of control, so that's nice and straightforward. And the other thing I want to do, of course, is get things out of the chest up there. So what I've done is I made a crystal chest. Crystal chest is start with a wooden chest, surrounded by iron, then surrounded by gold, then 2 diamonds and some glass, and then some glass. Gets you all the way up to a crystal chest. And if you compare the amount of space in a normal chest to the amount of space in a crystal chest, you'll see that does a lot more. The last upgrade, the one that's just glass, just makes it see-through. It doesn't change the size at all. But normally, if I'm doing all the upgrades, I just go one further and do the last one as well. Because 8 bits of glass is cheap, so I might as well make it see-through. So what we can do here with our target gate is we can set that simply to items in inventory. So that'll, if that gets full and blocks, that'll never get full because that'll keep pumping out. I need space in that inventory. This is going to negate the other control I just put on there, because any control I put on this, I'm going to need another gate, and I have to put a red pipe wire on it, which means I need these autarkic gates to be better. This isn't going to work as I thought it would. Not at the minute, at least. So this is actually going to take things out of there, which means this can never get full. Because even if this did get full, if these got full, this would just spill onto the floor. So and that ain't going to go where I want it to either. Let's turn that off a sec. Things are all going really Pete's Hong really quick. What I want to do is I want to set that chest over there only to accept ores. So blue is going to be my ores. So that means everything else will get put into this chest. What I need to do is the next upgrade on the gates is the AND gate and the iron AND gate, which we'll put the gate on that pipe instead, and set a redstone signal so that if either of these 2 chests are full, that'll stop that working. That's what we need to do. That's how we need to set it. So I'll change that. Let's just pull some things out of there that we just put in there by mistake. Where's all that wood coming from? So that should have cleared that yet. So the only thing that can go in there then is, at the minute, is going to be copper ore, because that's all we've set it to. Everything else will go into here. So at least we've got that space for now. And I'm going to do the next upgrades for the pipes. So let's look at them. Iron and so it's a autarkic iron AND gate, which uses an iron AND gate instead of the normal gate. Okay, so I need to make iron AND gates first. The iron AND gate is made using a redstone chipset, redstone iron chipset, and some red pipe wire. And that's just red dye, redstone, and iron. So let's get on with that. Rather than say what I need to do, why not just do it here? So 1 bit of red dye, 1 bit of redstone, one bit of iron. That is going to get us the red pipe wire. I should have got some more stuff because this is going to go really quick. So that's going to get us red pipe wire. Did I do two of them? Don't realize I've got two. And now, so we need two of them. Yeah, I need some. I'm going to have to use another ender pearl as well. That's going to get us a redstone iron chipsets to make the iron AND gates. Of course, we'll need one iron AND gate, and then we'll need to upgrade one. So that gets two of them. Yeah, I'm going to need another. We're going to need some more ender pearl as well. So we need to make the autarkic iron AND gate, which needs an iron AND gate, which is what we're making now. So it's going to need an extra redstone chipset and an extra pulsating chipset. That's cool. So, right, back when they're done. So my autarkic iron AND gate has just finished. I tried catching it, but I couldn't press record quick enough. Just making one more iron chipset. Right, so I've got the two gates I need here. So these are a little bit different than the basic. These are like the next tier of the autarkic gate. So your red pipe wire is made, as I showed, bit of redstone, bit of red dye, and an iron ingot. And then your iron AND gate, it always goes to shapeless first, I don't know why, but it's assembly table you're going to be looking at, the assembly table version. That's just one of them redstone iron chipsets with a bit of that wire. And if you remember, that's just a bit of redstone and a bit of iron. So that makes your iron AND gate, and then to turn that into an autarkic, you combine that iron AND gate you've just made with one of them pulsating, and another one of them. So that gives us these, like, tier 2, if you will, autarkic gates. What they can do is they can accept a pipe signal. So this has been going for a little bit. As you see, I've had some tin and iron come through, so I've been filtering them off. So everything else is going into there, and anything that's not filtered into that chest. Of course, there's nothing. Oh, it is in there. Why is that in there? Because I've got forcitium stuck in there for some reason. Okay, that's that must have gone in at first. Oh, that's just taking up space now, isn't it? Is that all forcitium I've got to now? Must be. Okay, there's some in there as well, I think, yeah. So before I set that up, some forcitium some monazite must have snuck through there, ended up blocking that up, so it's blocked that up a little bit. But as you can see, there's plenty of places for that to go. There's a hopper in the back that can store stuff as well, so I could have like a stack of stuff in there, plus 5 stacks in the hopper, plus all that full of ore before that chest gets full. This chest will get full if I just don't empty it. So what we want to do is we want to take that autarkic gate off there. That's the basic one. So shift right click with an empty hand gets you that off. Now what we're going to want is the autarkic iron AND gate on there, and we're going to want the iron AND gate on there. Now there is a downside to this. The downside is, I think the downside at all. Cool. I usually struggle to actually. The tree's noisy. I usually struggle to touch the diamond pipe when there's a gate on it, but that seems okay. That's good. And what we also want is we want a piece of red wire on each of these as well. So one there and one there. They'll connect now. So now what we can do is the iron AND gate. We can set that so that inventory full puts out a red pipe signal, and that'll check both them inventories it's touching. So if either one of them gets full, then that signal will come on. It'll turn the red pipe signal on. So just to test that, let's again always test it. So space in inventory, both that and that has got space in inventory. So let's put the red pipe signal on. You see there, the red pipe signal's on. So wonderful. And then we actually want it the opposite way, don't we? We want space inventory. Which way do we want this? We want this red pipe signal on, energy pulsar. So yeah, in fact we actually want that, don't we? So as long as there's space in inventory, that pipe signal will stay on. As soon as the inventory is full, that red pipe signal will turn off, which means this will turn off. And as this is keeping up, there shouldn't be that much in the pipe, because this pumps things out as soon as it gets them. So that should, let me just double check I've got my brain working right there. So inventory full, turn that off. We could also have it so that red pipe signal off energy pulsar. That's actually better, I think. So as long as that red pipe signal's not on, things will pump out there, and then that one's set to inventory full. So as soon as that detects a full inventory on either of these, that'll turn the pipe on, which will turn that off. Wonderful. So we've got control there, we've got control down at the actual quarry face, if you will. So now I can log off, I can leave that, I can come back tomorrow and that'll be full. And I'd know that safely, as soon as that gets full, that stops pumping. I might lose the odd item, 1 or 2 items that are in the pipe already. It's a pretty short pipe, so it shouldn't be too much. But that'll turn that off, then that'll fill up. And once that's full, that'll turn the quarry off. So I've got control. And this episode has gone miles longer than I thought. I thought it took like 20 minutes to get this far, but I think I've got 40 minutes. So I'm going to leave this. Cheeky bastard. Get away. I'm going to leave this there. I'm going to call that an episode. I'm going to go get that Enderman in a minute. And thank you as always for watching. And I shall see you next time. Cheers. Bye.